5 billionth Munchie Burger? Congratulations, sir. You've just won $5 million. You're the Munch King.
What's the matter, Mark? Seen a ghost?
Ghost? No, that's no ghost.
I admire your taste. That's Nina Van Slyke.
Jonathan and I move around a lot, you know. Even if we did have a permanent base, I'm not sure this is the kind of place we should be staying in.
Then maybe it's time you found another roommate.
Jake always said when he got out he's going to have his own boys' club. Not many ex-cons turn it around the way Jake did.
Not many convicts have their arresting officer testify for them at their parole hearing, either.
Yeah. Boy, there's not many guys like Jake.
The club's about the only alternative these kids have to the gangs. Here they learn team play and not how to boost cars.
Looks like you could use some more space.
We could use more of everything. The kids don't mind the fact that I'm an ex-con, but the community leaders and the politicians all seem to. So they don't give us much help.
Well, you've been here for over 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years running a boys' club, 7 years in Folsom. In some minds, it still adds up to trouble.
Don't they realize the number of kids who won't go to Folsom or San Quentin because of what you're doing here?
Well, some of them, my past is more important than the kids' future.
What do you say, Jonathan, and I do some painting around here? Maybe fix some of these broken windows, hang up some baskets.
Hey, that'd be great. This place is falling apart.
Brady, I didn't hear Mark ask for your opinion.
My father said you should never be afraid to speak your mind.
My father said children are better seen than heard. Say, how come you're not practicing your free throws?
Marvin won't let me have the ball.
So much for team play. Now, go on now, buzz off.
Hey, Brady. How'd you and your teammates like to go for burgers? On me.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
You don't know what you're getting yourself into, Mark. Those kids can eat like locusts.
Oh, come on. How much can a little kid eat?
You'll find out.
My dad wears a baseball cap, too, except he's a Mets fan.
Sorry to hear it.
He has a beard, too, except don't have any gray in it.
He's sorry to hear that, too. Look, guys, why don't we grab a few tables? Mark will bring the food over.
Okay, that'll be $23.74, sir.
Fast food restaurants are supposed to be cheap. What's this? What is it? What's going on here?
Hi, my name's Gary Chuck, Public Relations Director for Munchies.
You mean this is the 5 billionth Munchie Burger?
Congratulations, sir. You've just won $5 million. You're the Munch King.
Hi, I'm Steve Down Motors. You saw that in the sports car outside. I want you to drive it home. Get the feel of it.
How does it feel to win $5 million, Mr.
Gordon, Mark Gordon.
Are you married? What will your wife say?
Well, she's gonna say, what a car. She'll say,
Cynthia Cross. I'm with Palisades Properties, and I've got just the thing for you. 6 bedrooms, 5 baths.
I'm not married.
Oh, it's perfect for a bachelor. It's overlooking the ocean, and you can move in tomorrow. Tonight.
Please, lady, Mr. Gordon won't even get his money until Friday.
his credit's good with me.
Mr. Gordon, what will you do when you get the money?
He'll buy a new car.
A new house.
I think I'm gonna give it all away. I'm gonna give it to the Southside Boys Club so they can build themselves a new gym.
Mark, I appreciate your offer, man.
I'm in it. What am I gonna do with $5 million? $5 million. I got all the money I need.
I know what to say. A new gym will mean an awful lot to the kids. And to me. Excuse me. Southside. It's for you. A guy named Lenny Hall.
Lenny Hall. I haven't talked to him in years. We were on the same high school football team together. Hey, Lenny, how you doing? You did, huh? What? On the TV? Yeah, I can't even hardly believe it myself. Yeah, well, sure, we can have dinner. What about next week? Oh, we do? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You need the money by tomorrow? Listen, I don't even get the money till next week. Yeah, well, look, why don't we have dinner next week? All right. Can't believe that guy. I haven't talked to him 20 years, hits me up for a $10,000 loan, some kind of balloon payment.
I think you're going to be hearing from a lot of old friends. Southside. A guy named Joe Clark says he was in the Air Force with you.
Tell him I was a whack.
Wrong guess, buddy.
Afternoon, Mr. Gordon.
We went to grade school together.
It's not easy, is it, winning a large sum of money?
I think I can handle it.
Well, from what I saw in the news today, I doubt that.
You got something against the boys' club?
Not if it's tax deductible. But the way you were talking, it seemed you couldn't wait to give that money away. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. There are taxes that must be paid, federal, state. There are city papers that have to be filed. I know a man who won $3 million 2 years ago in the lottery who's in jail today for income tax evasion.
Jail?
Yeah, he wanted to give his money away, too. Trouble was, he didn't know how. Howard Sellers, Mr. Gordon. I'm an investment counselor. My business is helping people with their money, even if they want to give it away. My services aren't free, but at least I'm cheaper than most of the attorneys here in town. There's no reason to turn good luck into bad just through carelessness. You need me. Give me a call.
Huh? Hi, I'm Mark Gordon.
Good evening, Mr. Gordon. We're setting up the best table for the Munch King. Mr. Sellers is seated right over there. Your table will be ready in a few moments.
Thank you. This morning I couldn't reserve a park bench. Now people are giving me cars, automobiles, and houses. The best tables in town.
Everybody loves a winner.
No, everybody loves money.
Mr. Gordon, glad you called.
Better safe than sorry. This is my friend Jonathan Smith.
With pleasure. How are you? Have a seat, please. Ordered some champagne to celebrate.
I'm pretty much of a beer man, but what the heck?
Not for me.
The Southside Boys Club and their new benefactor.
Here, here.
What's the matter, Mark? You seen a ghost?
Ghost? No, that's no ghost.
Oh, I admire your taste. That's Nina Van Slyke.
You know her?
I'm her business manager. Believe me, she's as wealthy as she is beautiful.
Oh, she's got to be loaded.
It seems that she's alone. Maybe she'd like to join us. Wouldn't hurt you to talk to her, Mark. No one knows more about charitable contributions than Nina Van Slyke.
No, I wouldn't want to disturb her.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'll be right back.
She's coming over.
Everybody loves a winner.
Nina, may I present Mark Gordon, Jonathan Smith, gentlemen, Nina Van Slyke.
How do you do?
It's a pleasure.
First thing I heard was, the alarms going off, right? Confetti was flying all over. One time blew it right in my face, the bells and the skids. It scared you, too. I mean, it seemed like, the fire department was coming or something like that. I mean, all I did was buy a hamburger. Next thing I know, I'm a millionaire.
I heard on the news you were giving your money to a local boys club.
Yeah, that's right. It's run by a friend of mine.
It's really wonderful of you. I hope you're making the right choice.
What do you mean?
Well, it took me years to learn which charities really help the needy and which charities line the pockets of some fast-talking administrators.
Oh, no. My friend Jake is a straight guy.
I'm sure he is. But I could tell you horror stories all night about some unscrupulous contractors, city officials. Mr. Gordon, would you pour me some champagne?
Oh, sure.
Oh!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all right, Mr. Gordon. This dress was meant to have champagne spilled on it. As long as it's French. If I had to listen to one more cop story...
Beggars can't be choosers. We're about to be thrown out of this place next week. The car's going to be repossessed any day.
Did you see the way he kept getting food caught in that ridiculous beard?
Stop complaining.
Thanks.
We couldn't have ordered an easier mark.
And it's Brady and Kareem for the tip-off. Amazing! He beats Kareem. He's going down court. He passes Magic. He passes the other guy. He goes in for the shot. He shoots, and he makes it.
Kareem didn't stand a chance. Did you learn all that stuff down here?
My father taught me.
Oh, shouldn't you be in school?
Teacher's sick. Sent us home. Jake said it was all right if I shot around. You coming to the game today?
Oh, I don't think so. I got a lunch date.
Oh, well, my dad's coming. I sort of wanted you to meet him.
What time's the game?
3:30.
All right, I'll be there.
Great. I'll show you my moves. I'm the Spud Webb of this team. You know, he's only 5'6" and plays in the NBA. Won the slam dunk contest. My dad says it doesn't matter how big your body is. It's the size of your heart that counts.
Sounds like a pretty smart guy.
He's the best dad in the world. We're like this.
You're a lucky kid.
Hey, you tell me.
Hey, look, I got some work to do. I'll see you around, all right?
Yeah. See ya.
I'm afraid I don't know all the best lunch places in town.
Oh, I thought we might go to Clancy's. That's where a lot of my friends go.
told my friend Jake about meeting you. He thinks it's great that you and your friends are willing to help get the word out about Southside.
Oh, good. Mark, may I call you Mark?
Sure, if I can call you Nina.
Of course. Mark, would you mind if we stopped at a few men's shops along the way? I don't mean to sound like a snob, but it would be a lot easier for us to help your friend if you looked like the millionaire that you are. You know, rich people just don't trust people who don't look rich. In order to look rich, you have to dress rich.
Sure, if that's what you want.
Oh, it's not me. I think you look wonderful. Very masculine. It's just that some of my friends...
Oh, yeah, I know the types. See, the thing is, I'm kind of short of cash until Friday.
Well, don't worry. Your credit's good.
Oh, that's right.
Gee, Mark, I'm sorry. I think we're a little late. There's really not anybody worth introducing you to.
Well, we could always catch him tomorrow. That is, if you want to.
I'd like that very much. I was thinking...
What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking, what if we set up a foundation together with Mr. Sellers' help? That way we could have more control over the money the Boys Club's spending, and would create a sound basis for future donations.
Sounds fine with me. Except I don't have the money yet, and I have no idea what a new gym is going to cost.
You have more than enough for the gymnasium. Now, I can put in $1 million, and I'm sure I can raise another $1 million in a month.
You'd be willing to put up $1 million for a boys' club you've never been to, and after I told you the director had done time?
I know you, Mark. It's good enough for me.
You're quite a lady, you know that?
You're quite a man.
Foul!
Foul? I didn't even touch him!
Henry, you almost ripped his arm off. Come on. You all right, Brady?
Time out!
Okay, Brady. We only got 3 seconds left. We're down by 1. It's up to you. Okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, in here, fella. Okay, let's go!
Have you seen Mark anywhere?
No, Brady, I haven't. Okay, we got a 1-1.
Brady! 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 Brady!
Okay! Yeah!
Give the ball. Hey, come on. Don't look so sad. Played your heart out today, Brady.
Hey, that's all right. We'll get him next time, babe.
That's okay, Brady.
Hey, Brady. Brady. Sorry I missed the game. Is your dad still here?
No, he left early. You came too late.
Listen, Brady, I'm sorry, really.
Right.
Guess they lost, huh?
Yeah, but that's not what he's upset about. He told him you'd be here.
Well, they just lost track of time, you know.
Yeah, right.
Besides, I had to find a place to park around here.
I mean a place to park. There's a dozen places to park right by the court.
Oh, yeah, but... Well, come on, you gotta see for yourself. Huh? Ain't she a beaut?
You bought this?
Yeah. Well, the old car was falling apart, so I figured why not? I mean, I can afford it now. Now, what does that look for? I mean, it's my money, isn't it?
I thought it was the boys' club's money now.
Well, it is, but you know, there's more than enough. Now, come on, Jonathan. Admit it. This is some car, huh? You know that the only thing you can hear inside a Rolls is the clock ticking? Isn't that something?
Well, that's amazing. I just soon have a car I could park where I was going.
Where are you going?
Work on the windows.
Will you never mind the windows? I'll hire somebody to. I want you to ride in this car. It's like being on a cloud.
Oh, no, it isn't, Mark. Believe me.
Well, Pigeon picks up his loot tomorrow. We're $100,000 richer.
I've been thinking about that, Howard. I don't think it's enough.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. I've got a meeting out of my hand.
Well, I'm only supposed to be creating a foundation for him. How much of an advance fee do you think you can talk him into?
I'm not talking about a fee, Howard. I want it all.
What are you talking about?
Marriage.
Marriage?
I'm going to marry him.
This is a joke, right?
I'm not laughing. Well, maybe just a little.
I'm the one who set this up, remember?
Yes, Howard. And I'm the one that always has to do all the dirty work. But not anymore. This is my chance, and I'm taking it.
How much do you think he's going to have left after he builds the gymnasium for the boys' club?
There isn't going to be a gymnasium.
What's going to change his mind?
Howard, really. I'm taking Mark over to look at a penthouse. Community property is so important in a divorce these days, isn't it?
Nina.
Be a love and have your things out of here when I get back.
And if I don't?
I'll have you thrown out. The apartment's rented in my name. Goodbye, Howard. Walk straight. Okay, open your eyes.
Oh, I mean, this is some layout.
You've got to see the view. Come on.
Fancy, fancy.
Wait till you see this.
Oh, my, that's gorgeous.
Best address in town. The contractor's a friend of mine. I told him all about you.
What'd you tell him?
I told him we just recently met, and we'd be spending some time together. He said you could have it on a lease option as soon as you want to move in.
Me? Oh, Nina, no. I like the place, but...
I just thought you'd love it.
Well, I do. I like it a lot, and I really appreciate you showing it to me. It's just, Jonathan and I move around a lot, you know. Even if we did have a permanent base, I'm not sure this is the kind of place we should be staying in.
Then maybe it's time you found another roommate.
How's it going?
Just fine.
Still angry about the car, huh?
No, I'm not angry.
All right, I admit it. I bought the car for Nina. I mean, what can I do? She's a classy lady. She's used to nice things.
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
She's already saved me more money than the car cost. That guy, that Howard, her manager, he was going to overcharge me a fortune. She found out about it, told him off. Said she'd handle everything for me.
That's really nice of her.
I tell you something, your attitude really irritates me. She's a nice lady. I have never met a woman like her before in my life. I won't have you saying anything against her.
I haven't said anything.
Well, don't.
Brady found out it's your birthday. He's having a little party for you at the boys' club tomorrow night at 7.
You're kidding.
No. He's baked you a cake and everything. He can't wait for you to see her.
Man, what a sweet kid.
He idolizes you, you know. He talks about you all the time. Tell you, building that gymnasium means a lot to all those kids, but it means even more to Brady.
I'm just glad I can do it.
How long will it be before she can set up the foundation?
I don't know. Why?
Well, you get the money tomorrow. We should be leaving pretty soon.
We have an assignment?
No, not yet, but I'm sure we will in the next few days.
Well, she'll be at Munchie's tomorrow for the presentation. I'll ask her then.
Okay.
Look, Jonathan,
What?
Nothing. I think I'll go for a walk. I hate having my picture taken.
Mark, have you told Jonathan about the condominium?
No, not yet.
What condominium?
It's a Park Place penthouse Mark is thinking of leasing. You know, we all ought to go over there. He really should see it.
Oh, maybe some other time. I really should be getting back to the boys' club.
Look, I'll be right back, okay? Jonathan, wait. Let me explain, will you? She showed me this place last night. I mean, she was so excited about it, you know, I couldn't say no. Jonathan, you gotta understand how it is with a guy like me. I mean, meeting somebody like Nina. I mean, that she really cares about me, you know? It's like a dream.
Look, I've got an assignment in a couple of days. You coming with me?
Mark? Darling, they'd like a few more pictures.
Yeah, okay, I'll be right there. Jonathan, please, try to understand, will you?
I do. I just hope you know what you're doing.
Feel tense. You all right?
Yeah,
It'll only take a few more minutes. And then I want to go back to the condo. I've got something I want to show you.
okay. But it can't be too long. I gotta be at the boys' club by 7.
Okay, it won't take long. Come on. Voila. For your birthday dinner, we have oysters Rockefeller, lobster thermidor, champagne. And your dessert will be a surprise.
How'd you know it was my birthday?
Women have ways, you know.
Listen, I feel kind of bad.
What's wrong?
Well, the kids at the club are throwing me a little party tonight at 7. I can't disappoint them.
Oh.
They just told me something earlier.
I know, but I wanted it to be a surprise.
I'm stuck.
It's okay. I understand you promised them. But at least stay a little while and have some champagne. I'd like to be with you on your birthday.
And you're not mad at me.
How could I be mad at you?
Hey, it's 9 o'clock. Everybody's gone. Don't you think you ought to be getting home?
He might still come.
I don't think so, Brady.
But he knew I baked him a cake and everything.
I know. I'm sorry, son.
I should have known. It's just like my dad. Always making promises.
Good evening.
You scared the living daylights out of me. How did you get in here?
Oh, that doesn't matter. Why are you marrying Mark?
He told you already.
Answer my question.
I'm marrying him because I love him.
You're marrying him because you love his money.
Don't be ridiculous. I have all the money I'll ever need.
You haven't got a nickel. You're one step ahead of your creditors. You needed a big score. You saw Mark on TV. He was the answer to all your problems.
Go ahead. Tell him. Mark loves me.
But you don't love him.
And I say I do. Face it, Smith, you lose. Go find another driver. Mark told me all about how you guys travel around helping people, playing angel. I'll admit he's not the smartest man I ever met.
Oh, you don't believe in angels, Miss Van Slyke?
Even less than I do in love. Now get out.
Good night.
Mark, darling, I know it's late. I'm sorry, but I just had to talk to you.
What's wrong?
I've just gotten some awful news. When I found out that Howard overcharged you, I got suspicious. You know, he's been handling my finances, too. Oh, Mark.
All right, now, take it easy.
I've lost everything. And he's been investing in schemes behind my back. What am I going to do?
All right, listen, I know you're upset, but it's not the end of the world.
But I've got bills here, Mark.
Nina, listen to me. I'll take care of it. Now, listen, why don't you get some sleep now? We'll talk about it tomorrow. I love you. Everything's gonna be okay.
Okay, darling. I'll call you tomorrow. I love you, too. Good night, darling.
Good night. Jonathan, since when do you have to knock?
Yeah, I thought you might be needing that.
Okay. Babe, come on in. What do you think, huh? It's the least option. You haven't given me any money, though. I thought I'd wait a little while.
Oh, after the wedding?
Well, I was going to tell you, but, you know, it's just things have been going so fast.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, Nina is really a wonderful woman, Jonathan. I think when you get to know her, you're going to see that she's really interested in helping people.
Nina is interested in helping Nina. She's marrying your money, not you. She's broke, Mark. The foundation, the charity groups. It's all part of a scam. She got cooked up with Howard Sellers.
No, you're wrong. Well, she broke. I know that. She told me that. It's that Sellers character.
You really believe that?
Well, of course I believe that. She loves me. She wouldn't lie to me.
She doesn't love you, Mark.
She does. Jonathan, I thought you were my friend. I thought you were my friend. Why are you doing this?
I'm doing it because you are my friend.
Yeah. I know what's eating you. I know what's eating you. You think you're going to lose your buddy. You think you're going to lose your partner, right? So you figure if you break us up, everything's going to be the same. Well, it is not going to work. She fell in love with me. With me, not my money. You understand that?
Well, there's one way to prove that. Give the money to Jake for the new gymnasium. All of it, according to his estimates.
I'll give the money.
When?
Soon.
When?
I said soon. Look, Nina's having some problems right now. She's feeling sick about what happened. Look, I just have to help her out, that's all.
Brady said you'd go back on your promise.
I am not going back on anything. They will get their money. They're gonna have to wait just a little bit. Why don't you get out of here? I want to get some sleep. Got it. Look, I'm getting married on Saturday. I'd still like for you to be there.
I can't do that. This is Brady's address. He's pretty disappointed about tonight. He baked you cake and everything. I thought you might want to stop by and see him.
Yeah, well.
I'll see you.
Nothing. So long. Hi, is Brady here? I'm Mark Gordon from the Boys Club.
Oh, yes, Mr. Gordon. Come in.
Thank you.
Oh, please, sit down. Brady will be here any minute. His school's just down the block. He comes home for lunch.
Oh.
Can I get you some sun tea?
Oh, don't go to any trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble. It's right here. My boy thinks the world of you. Mark this and mark that. You know, it's a fine thing you're doing for those boys, building them a gymnasium. You want some sugar?
No, it's fine.
So, was the cake Brady made good? He said you ate 3 pieces.
He told you that?
Yeah, he's a pretty good little cook. I have to work late most days, so he fixes dinner for us. You grow up fast, I guess, when you're the man of the house.
What about his dad?
He left me years ago. Didn't Brady tell you?
No, he didn't.
Brady, you have some company.
Hey, kiddo.
Hi.
I gotta get to work. There's sandwich stuff in the fridge. See if Mr. Gordon wants something, too.
I will, Mom.
Okay, see you tonight. Nice meeting you, Mr. Gordon.
Yeah, same here.
You want a sandwich?
No. Brady, why did you tell your mom I came to the party?
I don't know.
Same reason you told me those stories about your dad?
Yeah, maybe.
Why?
I gotta eat lunch.
Brady, come here. Come here. Sit right there. Now, why did you tell me all those stories?
Because it's more fun to pretend that people care. It's fun to pretend to have a dad that you liked your cake. If you pretend hard enough, you can almost believe it.
Brady, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the party. Really.
Don't be. People don't keep their promises.
Sure they do.
No, they don't. My father didn't. You didn't. It's just the way it is.
Brady, I'm sorry about the party.
I'm not talking about that.
What are you talking about?
The gymnasium.
What about it?
Jake said he called you a couple of times, but you haven't returned his calls.
Oh, yeah. Guess I haven't. Well, I've been kind of busy.
And you still gonna do it?
Well, of course I'm gonna do it. I made a promise, didn't I?
Will you do it now? I'll go with you.
No, hold on now. You got school.
I didn't go today.
Brady, you played hooky again?
Yeah.
You made a promise.
You keep yours and I'll keep mine.
Okay.
You mean it?
I mean it. I mean it.
Just keeping an eye on your car. A little tempting in this neighborhood, you know.
Get in.
Where are we going?
We're going over to see Jake. We're going to give him the money for the gymnasium. All of it. And then I'm taking you over to see Nina and show you that you're wrong.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ooh, I love it. Mark. Oh, what a nice surprise. What's he doing here?
I asked him to come. I wanted him to hear for himself.
Hear what?
That you love me.
Of course I love you. I tried to tell him that last night.
I gave Jake the money for the gymnasium.
You did? How much?
All of it. We're in the same boat now. We're both broke. Neither one of us have to worry about anyone marrying us for our money. We'll go on, tell him.
Tell him what?
Tell him that the money doesn't matter. Nina? It's a lie, wasn't it? It was all a lie. I guess I'm not such a lucky man after all, am I?
Are you happy now?
How could I be? Say I love the guy.
Well, I guess it's all for the best. I could never live on that lousy French food she likes. Oh, I wish we had an assignment or something.
We do, if you're up to it.
I'm up to it. But we gotta make one little stop first. I like a car where you can hear what's going on under the hood.
Like that?
Like that.